What's up, everybody? It's LG Doucette here, and this is Milk Road Degen for Monday, June 30th. Is it the last day of the month? Yes, it is. Last day of the first half of the year, and we have some good stuff coming up for you on Milk Road Degen this week. And just a heads up, actually, hold on. First, I'll give you a preview of the episode. We're going to talk about Mooncoin, which is the chart is ugly, but I'm bullish on it long term. We're going to explore that. We have Mooncoin to talk about. We have Useless to talk about that we should have bought every single time that we talked about on the show, but also some potential beta plays to Useless token, which is cracked at $200 million. So we're going to look at the Let's Bonk ecosystem, as well as, we talked about this on Thursday and Friday, but Creator Bid is on the heels of launching whatever is going on with it. So we're going to very quickly look at that. And then as well as a new meme coin that I think is just such a beautiful, stupid, silly meme coin. That involves one of the most famous Avengers. That's right, but it's in there. It holds with the theme of the show, sometimes having somewhat lewd content. And before we begin, I want to send you over to our YouTube channel, Milk Road Degen. Go over there and subscribe. You can catch all our past episodes and all these hilarious photos of me. Really, honestly, just go for the photos of me. Go for the thumbnails. And as you know, nothing in the show is financial advice. Make your own decisions. I'm not in charge of your wallet or your money or your life. Just you should just live it like I do, but otherwise spend the money the way that you want to. So let's look at this where is it? Mooncoin token. So I actually had no idea what this was all weekend. I kind of peace out on weekends, honestly. Like, as much as a lot of degens out there will tell you, hey, there's no sleep, there's no weekends in bull markets. Honestly, there has to be, because you don't want to get totally torched and start making bad decisions, which is what happens when you spend too much time online. So I ignored this and I saw it on the volume charts, but didn't know what it was. And the chart is not great, but the meme is very simple. Mooncoin. It's on Moonshot. And that's the part that I ignored, and I should have realized was actually more significant than I thought. The fact that it's on Moonshot. So Moonshot, if you don't know what it is this little token app that basically lets you buy and sell meme coins, right? It mainly launched on Solana. I think they support more than that now, although I'm not sure. It's mainly Solana tokens. But these guys actually launched as like a really, really simple crypto onboarding for people to buy meme coins, right? They launched as you can buy meme coins, I think, with Apple Pay. You can load your wallet really easily. They really created kind of like a really simple mobile app for people to buy and sell and trade meme coins. And the mistake I made was thinking that they had hit their ceiling with just that integration. What I didn't realize is that the other day, just 3 days ago, they launched Moonshot Create, where you can launch tokens. And of course, my initial reaction when I saw this even this morning is that, you kind of roll your eyes, another token launch pad. But every token launch pad at this point in the game needs winners. It needs to have some kind of one token that their entire community can rally behind and really support, and that the app itself can support either publicly or in the background or both, right? You want your launch pad to be successful, you need winners on it. And I didn't realize that a lot of the high volume winners of the last couple of days were from this, right? On Friday, I saw Monkey Phone, right, which is one of my favorite memes of all time. We're gonna get back here. We're gonna come back to this bad boy chart that we're gonna analyze real good. Where's our Monkey Phone? Where's our Monkey Phone? Oh God, he's dropped all the way down. Here we go. Monkey Phone. I didn't realize that this token, Monkey Phone, Moonshot, I didn't realize that this was from Moonshot either. Pretty big volume leader. Hit 14 million, now cut in half. Probably a good entry. Very classic meme. One of my favorite memes. So they have probably like 4 or 5 tokens that are above $1 million right now. The app is very simple. It's a very beautiful app. I hate showing just, here's my phone. Anyways, what I'm saying is that I think that the Moonshot community, whoever they are going to support this. And I've been trying to figure out who the dev is behind the Mooncoin token, mainly because I think like Mooncoin is so well tied to Moonshot. It's the right kind of like token name for it. What's the ceiling for it? I'm not sure. Can this be $100 million token? I don't know. But if you like the Moonshot app and you think it has a shot, and you think that creating apps to make normies get into meme coins is a good idea, then this could be the right token that kind of represents the app. It seems like the developer is this dude Smokey, who I've never heard of, but has 10,000 followers and has some pretty decent mutuals with me in terms of people that I follow that also follow him, and including some reputable people. The co-founder of Pump.Fun follows this guy, which is kind of a mixed bag because obviously he didn't use Moonshot or he didn't use Pump.Fun as the launch pad. But that to me, that's kind of an interesting one, right? Let's see if there's any. He has a lot of verified followers, but anybody can be a verified follower. You can pay for follow verification. Do you remember when you had to like secretly email Twitter to get verification on Twitter? That was so annoying. Let's look at the chart. So the chart for Mooncoin, I gave you the bull case, right? The chart for Mooncoin is pretty hideous. You can see every time it's kind of popped off, and this is the hourly chart. Every time it's popped off, it's immediately lost any kind of support up there. It's immediately been crushed back down. It touched almost $10 million and found some support over the last couple of days around 2.5 million. So that's probably where I'd put like another entry for myself. That would be a dangerous entry though, because it's kind of a higher or a lower high that it reached. So I don't know if this could pop off again. But again, like I said, if you think Moonshot wants to support this, I would say that this is the token that they would do it with. Bubble Maps looks good. Bubble Maps looks pretty decent. Just a bit of a cluster here, but looks pretty dispersed. Let's see if our magic nodes show us anything different. Yeah, pretty dispersed, some pretty decent clusters, but really like nothing too massive and a pretty good distribution. So I like this. So call to action for me, or at least my next steps is probably, I don't know if I would put in a buy order for Mooncoin just yet. I think that's a little preemptive, but I'm definitely going to add it to the watch list. I don't know if that's the I actually don't know if that's the right watch list. I got to revise our watch list. Our show needs a better watch list. I'm adding it to the watch list, though. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. And when it gets down to this $2.5 million mark, I'll probably do another quick Twitter search, take a look around, and probably consider an entry. I would say it's also on the Moby screener. I think it's like number 20 in inflows, or number 19 in inflows for like smart money entry, which is pretty decent. I think the inflows are like 30 or 40K of smart money. So maybe some smart money whales kind of slowly accumulating this, but I haven't seen any major social signals other than just this Smoky dude being the person who maybe was the developer. Some decent memes about Mooncoin, but very generic memes. And these are actually, you know what? These are the three tokens that I think are the leaders from the Moonshot platform. Okay, I feel like that was a hard segment. I feel like that's a weird segment to get through to actually talk about this very bizarre, strange coin. Let's move on to something that's very exciting. If you watched the show before, you know that we've talked about Useless many times. Literally the other day, I was like, hey, I think what day was it? What day was it? Friday? So 2 days ago, 3 days ago, let's see, right here on June 27th, when we were at like 140, I was like, hey, let's wait for an 80% pullback. Let's wait for this thing to go down to $40 million. And since then, you'd be up 50% if you had completely ignored what LG said, which I don't know if you did. This is, again, one of those tokens that for weeks now we've said we're too late. We missed it. We missed it at 50. We missed it at 70. We missed it at 90. We missed it at 100. And now it's 205. And I feel like, I'm going to say this again. I feel like in a couple of weeks, we're going to be saying we should have bought it at 205 because this thing seems destined to hit $1 billion. I don't want to beat the drum on Useless any more than we need to. It's just the meme coin that's just going to rip for a while. But I do want to point out that this is from the Let's Bonk platform. And we've covered this many times on the show. This platform that was developed by the Bonk community, right? By the Bonk team, which is a Bonk was a very popular token that reached a couple $1 million in I guess kind of at the start of this bull run. But they have a launchpad of other tokens. I no longer screen new tokens on their pages, even though I should. But you can see that none of the top tokens are actually recent. A lot of them are at least like a month or two old. Oh, except for this Lucky Coin one. Maybe we'll go. Let's go. Actually, we'll investigate Lucky Coin in a second. Maybe we're going to find a gem on stream. Maybe we're going to most people organically finds a gem on stream. A good beta potentially to Useless are some of the other tokens on here, and I don't think typically I'm the kind of idiot who goes and looks for like the discount, right? Like, okay, what's the beta that has like a 3 or 4x in it? Because I'm too afraid to buy the big kahuna. So my move to go against my own habits would definitely be to accumulate into Useless. Maybe wait for some small pullbacks, but it's really hard to argue those big green candles, and hard to argue that we won't see another giant green candle sometime this week. But you never know. Never know. Some of the whales could get bored. They could dump it off. There are other tokens here to check out. There's no rhyme or reason why any of them should run. They are all purely meme coins. A lot of them don't have as good token distribution or as good token distribution as Useless. Useless has a very good distribution and has the support of Bonk Guy. Hosiko the cat also has support of Bonk Guy, but clearly not as good as a meme as Useless because it's this weird like anime cat. I looked through a few of these. If I was talking to the old LG and I was looking for those discounts, there are two that I would look at. One is God, which I have not investigated, but looks to be having like a pretty decent resurgence. Touched $4 million this morning on a nice retrace. God willing, CTO. What I like about this is a very generic meme, and it's listed on Compare Market Cap, which is something I've never heard of. And it's what it is. They always just take Bonk Guy tweets and then turn them into tokens. So that's what that is. So God is kind of one of the low caps that I think has like a decent looking chart, a nice amount of volume, and a nice kind of resurgence in the last couple of days. A lot of these tokens on this platform are going to pump. Gib, which is, I think that this is actually kind of like a funny meme. I've seen it on the volume charts a few times. So it's had decent volume since its launch like a month ago. Gib is like, this is a funny one. People always say Gib in crypto. It's got a cute frog. So that's a nice, they have a game. Cool. They have like a frog game. So that's pretty decent. I'd say for like $1 million token, let's see, $1.7 million. I'd say that's actually pretty decent. Let's put it into Bubble Maps and take a quick look at Gib because that could be a nice little entry. But again, don't follow the habits of the old LG. Buy Useless. That's the token. That's the big kahuna. That's the thing that's probably going to go to $1 billion. I'd be surprised. I would bet on it going to $1 billion before I'd bet on it going back down to like 20 million. Let's put it that way. Especially with so much strength right now. I think if there's any whales, any retail looking to get into a meme coin, Useless is the one, unfortunately, right? We faded it. Maybe it's not too late to feed it. Oh, Gib. Oh, whoa. What is this blue network of wallets just all over the place? All right. Not a big fan of Gib. We're going to move on from that. Okay. How much time do we have left? Very little time. The LG talks for so long. I don't really have 3 minutes left. Okay. Let's get to bid. So creator bid, we've talked about many times. This is a waiting game, right? We're waiting on AI stuff this week. Creator bid is supposed to launch their platform 2.0. They've got all this beautiful information. They've put out bidders overview of like how many people are in each different sector of the launchpad, depending on which sector of this you're in. And there's only 1,900 people so far. Determines the amount of pre-sale tokens that you're able to buy from their new agents. So you that's very, very bottom loaded. A lot of users in level 1, level 2, level 3, and only a very exclusive group of users in level 10. So if you're looking to make a big splash in creator bid and you think that they're going to have some really good tokens, which they might, right? They're kind of, some of their agents are kind of tied to BitTensor, and this could be a really good resurgence and a really good competitor to virtuals. So it's going to be really hard to dethrone virtuals, especially doing like 80% of what they do already. This is not a bad thing. I think for most of us, we're not going to go and invest a bunch of money to get up to level like 4 or higher. You need to buy a lot of the bid token and be like staked on Kaido and own a lot of their agent tokens to get up there. So I don't know if that's for you. But that being said, getting a few tokens to get into bid level 1, 2, or 3 is not a bad idea, given that there's only 1,900 people on there, right? Whereas virtuals, I think there's like 30,000 people that are getting in on most launches. So, or 30,000 accounts, not people, accounts. So maybe what I'll do this week is break down the best tier for us to get into, the best ROI for that, because I think that's definitely worth looking at. My biggest holdup here is that Creator Bid keeps hyping their V2, talking about all their tokenomics and all the ways to up your way into the bid level and all that kind of stuff, but they haven't revealed any of the actual products on the platform. And that's something that's very concerning to me. Again, their launch mechanics of 2.0 very much mirror what virtuals had. They have a few good tweaks on it. Like it's a good competitor to virtuals. I think it's a smart way to do it the way they're doing it. But they still have not announced what their new tokens are going to be, what their new agents are going to be. And that's very concerning to me that, Virtuals not only developed a new system and had a very tremendous community to start with. Virtuals also has some really interesting agents that they've launched during their Genesis Points program in the last like 2-3 months, and some of them useful, some of them not. Only maybe like 12 of them with an over $1 million market cap. It's not hard to maintain, or that's very difficult to maintain. I just wonder what kind of teams Creator Bid has lined up, considering that they are not the marquee name of AI agent launchpads on base. So who have these guys corralled or paid or both to come and launch a token on their platform. I think that that's going to be the biggest thing that determines kind of the success of their new program. Maybe I'll look into, how we can benefit from it. But again, I'm very hesitant without knowing what's actually going to be launching there. So we're almost at the end of the show. The last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is my favorite meme coin that I've seen over the weekend, which is Hulk fucks. Now this is a good Milk Road Degen token right here. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's Hulk having sex with a cement mixer. Who made this? Oh my god. Let's go to the Twitter. Let's go to the Twitter's just a community. Hulk fucking a cement mixer. Yeah, that's great. Get hulked on Moonshot. Okay, they submitted it to Moonshot. Oh, I'm a Hulk you. Get hulked. Yeah. Oh, Chillhouse even tweeted it. Wow. This one has support. This one has social signal. The chart. Let's look at the chart. The daily chart is not as good. Hourly chart, it paints a bit of a different picture, but here's your very, very, very basic TA. Look at that. Look at that beautiful line. Kaboom. So if you think that this is a good meme, this is a good time to go and get in on it. Let's look at bubble maps. Let's see what this bad boy's got. Let's see what this that's not it. Hold on, we did the wrong one. Let's see what Hulk is packing down there. I can't believe we're doing this on the show. This is not a $1 billion meme coin. I'm going to tell you that right now. That Hulk, this is another round. But the distribution is pretty good. Distribution is not too awful. So I kind of like it. 2,600 holders, sub $2 million market cap, $5 million of volume in the last 24 hours, tons of volume over the weekend, including some massive green candles. I like that the volume is holding, even though a lot of big dumps in the last little bit. I like that the volume is holding. You could also say that there's maybe a bit of resistance right here at this $2 million marker here. It used to be kind of the ceiling, but now might be the floor. So Hulk, markets are bullish today. So Hulk is not a bad one. All right, that's enough of that crap. Thank you. And a quick announcement for the show. If you're the kind of person who watches the entire show, that means you like the show and you made it all the way to the end of the show. I only have one more show in the next 2 weeks. I'm sorry in advance. LG's taking some time off. He's going to go retool. He's going to go recharge to go into a whole new season of Milk Road Degen. Some really great stuff coming up. There's one more show. It's on Wednesday, so I'm off tomorrow, and then I'm off Thursday and Friday, and then I'm off all next week. So you're only going to get one more show, and then I'll be back on July 14th, right back here on Milk Road Degen. There will still be some tweets. There will be newsletters during that time, so make sure you subscribe to the newsletter. And otherwise, don't ape into the dumbest shit possible like Hulk fucks. I'll see you guys, not tomorrow,